Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio October 8, 2024. There can be a minor obstacle in the first half of the day. Your need for familiarity, comfort, and security can feel at odds with the desire to move out of your comfort zone to fill a responsibility. Or, it can be tempting to do something you can't fully get behind, which is probably not a good idea. Staying on the fence can feel a bit uncomfortable, but you're not yet ready to take a leap. However, more positive waves are there if you look for them. Especially as the day advances, it's easier to decide on priorities. Reasoning through problems gives you a strong feeling of being in better control of your life, and family can be the subject or the participants. When it comes to personal concerns and domestic matters, you are an especially effective communicator. You have a way of bringing others together, and their cooperation means a lot to you. Do not rock the boat or exacerbate drama today. Yet, you might feel as if it is being thrust upon you. You don't tend to be an impulsive zodiac sign, as you more often practice caution and moderation. You most certainly aren't likely to jump into the heat of the moment usually, hat is. Unfortunately, with feisty Mars, the red planet of aggression, now in your solar house of identity, he will clash with mental Mercury, now orbiting in your solar house of home, family, and domesticity. This ensures that you and your partner could get into a rather ferocious debate or conflict around these themes. Do your best to practice mindfulness and flow. Do not feed into any aggression or confrontations. It might be easier said than done when Mercury in Libra squares Mars in your sign. Usually, you are not an easily frustrated individual. You can be empathetic and compassionate, which may deter you from feeling stressed by others in your work life. However, someone close to you might still say or do something that sparks an inner frenzy while you are trying to get through a busy workday. Take a deep breath. Respond to the individual and situation with neutrality instead of passive aggressiveness. Giving yourself the benefit of the doubt is critical if you are indeed seeking to change your health habits for the better. It's hard to change old patterns. It's a day-by-day effort, and real change takes time. If you feel the one step forward to two steps back syndrome, lighten up a little bit and focus on the positive. When it comes to health, your basic attitude is what matters most. Keep that in mind. Sentimentally, today's vibrations could provoke some instability, a sensation of dissatisfaction. You may feel new desires emerging in your love life. Do you have some fantasies that are demanding to be realized? If this is the case, don't be too impatient. Start by being communicative because this is probably the best means of getting what you want. This weekend brings emphasis on relationships, matters of the heart, and all things fun, playful, romantic, and creative while also allowing time to recharge your energy. As Pluto comes to a halt during its final weekend in retrograde motion within your relationship sector, Jupiter simultaneously reaches a standstill in his last weekend in direct motion within a nostalgic and reflective area of your chart. Both celestial events encourage you to remain present. Additionally, the Moon collaborates with Venus, Saturn, and Mars to ignite the playful, creative, and adventurous aspects of life. The Moon's only visit to your romantic sector while Venus, the planet of love, is here couldn't have come with better timing. Aligned with Venus and at a friendly aspect to Saturn just as their friendly aspect has peaked, is going to amplify a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia. Meanwhile, in his last weekend in retrograde motion in your relationship sector ever, Pluto is holding the doors open to the past and second chances. Our eyes in the sky. Today, you may find yourself navigating the tricky waters of communication, as Mercury in Libra squares off with Mars in Cancer. This can create an atmosphere where direct confrontation is avoided, leaving conversations to feel a bit tense or awkward, like you're tiptoeing around an issue that no one wants to address. Have you ever been in a situation where it felt like you were walking on eggshells, trying to keep the peace, all the while knowing that there's something bubbling beneath the surface? That's the kind of energy today may bring an undercurrent of unspoken tension. But here's the thing, when we avoid addressing what's bothering us, we often allow those feelings to grow and become even more difficult to manage. Have you ever noticed how unresolved issues tend to resurface at the most inconvenient times? That could happen during Mars' upcoming retrograde if these frustrations aren't handled now. Instead of letting them simmer, today offers you the opportunity to approach these conversations with compassion and honesty. It's not about being confrontational but about bringing clarity and resolution to any unspoken issues. Think of it this way, have you ever dreaded having a difficult conversation, only to feel a huge sense of relief once it's over? That's the kind of opportunity today holds for you, a chance to clear the air and move forward with a sense of peace and understanding. However, life rarely flows without a few interruptions, right? Maybe you're in the middle of this deep, meaningful conversation when an unexpected call or distraction pulls you away. Don't worry, these small hiccups are natural. The key is to stay flexible and not let these disruptions throw you off course. Have you ever been sidetracked during an important discussion, only to later find that you can pick right back up where you left off? Today, your calm, grounded energy will help you steer things back on track, allowing you to continue building those meaningful connections without losing your focus. Relationships, whether romantic, friendly, or professional, are likely to take center stage today. And here's the good news, people are naturally seeking out your company. Have you ever had one of those days where everyone just seems to want to be around you? That's the kind of energy you're radiating today. You're warm, approachable, and open, which makes it easier than ever to forge new connections or strengthen the bonds you already have. If you've been looking to expand your social circle or deepen an existing relationship, today is an ideal time to do so. In particular, you may notice that women are especially drawn to your energy today, and there's a strong potential to meet new friends or reconnect with those you haven't seen in a while. While today's energy is flowing with positivity and connection, it's important to pace yourself. With so many opportunities for social engagement and meaningful conversations, you might feel tempted to say yes to everything and everyone. But here's a gentle reminder, moderation is key. Have you ever had one of those days where you were so eager to be everywhere and do everything that by the end of it, you felt completely drained? While it's wonderful to be in demand, it's equally important to maintain your balance. Don't overextend yourself. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your own well-being. By being mindful of your limits, you can continue to enjoy the connections you're making without feeling overwhelmed. Today is a day filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and clarity. Whether you're addressing a long-standing issue, deepening a relationship, or simply enjoying the magnetic energy you're exuding, this day invites you to lean into the possibilities. But as you navigate these opportunities, remember to honor your own needs and boundaries. After all, the best connections happen when we show up fully as ourselves, without overextending or losing sight of our own well-being.